Racism. Definition: prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior. We, Greeks, do not want to be defined by this term, but unfortunately, we are. So let's see the bigger picture. Why is racism that bad, and what problems has it caused in nowadays community? We see that terrorism is becoming a huge problem in today's society. It's pretty simple that terrorism has a direct link with racism, as there are groups that try to impose their own beliefs to other people that have different beliefs just because they think that their own race is superior. What has this led to many people fleeing their country and immigrating to other countries? So we have the refugee crisis, and Greece is specifically harmed by it. It has had a huge effect on the Greek government and the Greek community and the Greek society, as more and more people come within our borders. So we see people starving, dying on the street and trying to survive. And what we do is just stand back. Well, this is not what we should be doing, right? Shouldn't we really be looking forward and what we can do about it instead of saying bad things to them just because they have just fled a very inhumane situation? No. We say that we should help them, ladies and gentlemen, and help them integrate within our society and actually make something out of them. But what we prefer to do, as it seems, is that we prefer to be racist against them, which is impeding us from actually taking some legislation and enforcing it that would help them be a part of our society and be productive. Furthermore, what we see is that the financial crisis is a superficial problem, because the true problem lies within racism. As we are racist against open-minded ideas and against ideas that are not ours. So, as it has happened with legislation recommended by, for example, Germany, we have not got open ears, open eyes, and open mind. Through this way, we cannot progress and we cannot actually solve the issue, as we're being racist not only to people but also to ideas. And this is a Greek mentality that we need to fight. We see that countries such as the US, especially in the beginning, when people from many different countries and many different ideologies actually came together and had a diverse government, they actually achieved a lot of things, and right now they're the top country around the whole world financially. But ladies and gentlemen, where does all this bad and racist mentality come from? I believe that it comes from the formation years, which people go through when they are in school. Why is that? When you have people that are not exposed to other races and other beliefs, when you have teachers that do not actually teach you the basic values that you need to be taught, and they also accept the fact that a Greek person is by nature racist, then how are we going to progress, ladies and gentlemen? What just happens is that we have negative values and racist values being passed on to new generations without actually having any kind of positive impact in our society. Thus the perpetuation of racism within the Greek society. So we see that this cannot be solved without a change in the educational system, because our educational system is based upon conformity and memorizing, and no room for personal and different interpretations. Thus, the only values that we pass to our children is stay as you are and not move forward and be afraid of change. Well, should this really continue to happen, ladies and gentlemen? The answer is no. We should be more prominent on the issue of racism, both through our books, but also our teachers should prove to us why racism is bad and why we should not adopt such an ideology. So, learn to accept, respect, and progress. And in some Greek words, polyphonia is the way forward.